Gentlemen, ladies. Hello. It's Takarzu. Let's build knowledge for my future self today. Unlock your full potential. Introduction. If you are looking to unlock your full potential, you might be wondering the first steps you can take to attract all the desires you have into your life. Unlocking your potential might seem complicated if you are unsure how to start the process. If you have been stuck in a dead-end job or other life ruts, unlocking your full potential now is more important than ever before. Potential is also different for every unique person. You need to define what potential looks like for you, as it might be different for you than for other people in your life. If your process looks different than the other people around you, try not to put too much thought into it or compare yourself to others. Unlocking your full potential is a personal journey that shouldn't be compared to the others around you. Today we'll go through all the steps you need to take to attract all your desires. When starting your journey, you first need to figure out what your ideal self is. Without knowing what your ideal self is, you won't be able to define your potential or your desires that need to be fulfilled. Your ideal self is the best version of you in every situation. If you aren't sure how to become the ideal version of yourself, the best rule of thumb to follow is to focus as much as you can. You need to have a clear focus on what you want so that you can focus on each and every day. Try to start your day and end your day thinking about this ideal self that you want to become. Sometimes you also have to do a little bit of pretending. You won't magically become a new person overnight. Think about how you want your reactions to be to every situation or what you want your life to look like. Pretend you are already that person as soon as you have a clear vision of what you to be like. Once you have this ideal version of yourself created, you can move on to the official first step of unlocking your potential. In this book, we will outline 7 sections and tips for starting the journey to unlock your full potential. You won't be able to unlock your full potential without following all 7 sections. Following all of them and reviewing them from time to time will help keep you on track and ensure you are going in the right direction. During the steps, make sure you are surrounding yourself with a good company that encourages you and supports you. Having negative people in your life during this time will make it harder to really grasp your full potential and start the process. If you're ready to get started and you know you're in the right place to unlock your full potential, start reading this full ebook guide today. You won't regret taking these next steps and creating a new you that's ready to take on the world. Committing to the process. Committing to the process is essential to unlocking your full potential. If you don't commit to the process, nothing will happen. You won't be able to fully start your journey. It's okay to be full of good intentions, but you also need to be able to have a clear idea of how to get where you want to go. Shifting from ideas to actions can be hard. It's easy to daydream about starting something new, but it's a totally other thing to really put those things into action. Committing to the process means not procrastinating. Procrastination will only lead you to failure and the inability to attract all the desires you want and need. Struggling to see something through is hard for everyone, so don't get discouraged if you are struggling to make your actions real. Just try to stay on track and let of the things you can't control. If there are some things in your life that you can't control that are keeping you unmotivated, just try to let them go. Trying to hang on to them will cause the process to last much longer than it needs to. One easy way to commit to the process is to set goals. Without goals, you won't be able to see the progress you are making. If you have clearly defined goals, you can track your progress and know you are doing the best you can. Don't just write down the goals, write down how you achieve them. Without clear instructions to follow, you might continue to struggle with not being able to get on track. Anytime you are committing to the process, you will need to track the how just as much as the why. Knowing all the different processes you can use to get to your destination will help you commit to the process and get to the end result more effectively. Remember that intentions are only half the commitment. You need to put those intentions into place and start your actions today. Remember that the process requires dedication of time, listening, and intimacy with life. When you commit to the process, you give yourself a better chance of getting to the end result. You might not always feel like it. Remember that you won't always feel like committing to the process. There will be some days where you wake up and feel like you don't want to take any action or move forward. If you always follow your feelings, you will never succeed. You have to keep committing and moving forward even during the days and weeks where you feel like you're over the process. It's okay to feel different from day to day, but you need to ensure you try to move past those feelings and work on your potential every day. Don't be too hard on yourself though. Not completing all the tasks you have laid out for a day is not the end of the world. Just make sure you create more space and more time during the rest of the week to get these things done. Just go with it. Just going with it is much easier said than done. If you stumble around pitfalls or there are unexpected things that pop up, just keep the process going. You will need to make a habit of just going with it before it really becomes an easy part of the process. Just going with it needs to become a habit, just like brushing your teeth or going to work in the morning. Once you put in the effort to keep going with it, you will unlock more and more of your potential every day. Include other people. Some people find it necessary to include others in their process. If you don't have a good support system or people that you trust to be a part of your process, then you might find it better to keep this to yourself. However, if you have someone in your life that could help you, you should definitely include them in this process. You might find that they have good advice for you that you wouldn't have been able to discover by yourself. Make sure you listen to positive opinions and surround yourself with those who have light in them. Telling other people about your process and goals will ensure you have some accountability. If you are doing someone on your own, it's easy to simply give it up. No one will know you even started, so it will be easy to simply change your plan or track. If you tell other people though, you will be held accountable. If you are struggling or need help, they can also encourage you on the days you feel down. Define your own potential. Before you maximize your potential, you need to define it. If you don't define it, you won't be able to get the most out of it. If you don't know your true purpose, you won't be able to find the potential you need to make the most out of every situation. Keep in mind that potential is the capacity to transform your life into your top aspirations and unique goals. This means self-reflecting on your strengths and weaknesses. You need to know what you're good at and then be willing to improve on the things you need to improve on. Before going where you want to go, you need to make sure you know who you are. This will help you make a plan of action better. Balance is also key to making sure you can uncover your full potential. This means your mind, your body, and your spirit must be in alignment with each other all the time. If one of these components is functioning at a low level, you might find that you don't have a harmonious relationship with yourself. You need to make sure all these things are in line because they are interconnected with each other. Addressing each of the components individually and then together will ensure you can make optimal progress with uncovering your true potential. Here are some more steps you can take to help you uncover your true potential. Prioritize your health. If you want to uncover your full potential, you need to be honest with yourself and make your mind and body healthy. If you are currently using drugs or alcohol, you might want to consider cutting back until you have your full potential in line and discovered. Decreasing your substance use can also impact your general well-being, relationships, and employment for the best. If you don't have a normal sleep schedule, consider regulating it the best you can. If you sleep and wake up at the same time every day, you are more likely to have more energy and therefore be able to devote more of your time to discovering your true potential and acting out habits that will allow you to do this. Exercising, eating healthy, and staying hydrated are also important steps to ensure you are making the most out of your health and using it to uncover your potential. Make time to disconnect. If you are constantly surrounded by other people, work duties, and other things that you might think are overwhelming, you need to make sure you are making time to disconnect. This also means taking time away from your phones and computer. Constantly being bombarded by messages and notifications can take time away from you working to uncover your potential. The main thing to remember is that you want to reconnect with your body. This usually means spending time doing things with your body such as exercising, painting, or something else that will focus your mind and body together at the same time. You can either turn off your phone for several hours a day or you can put it on silent so that you don't feel the need to look at it as soon as a notification comes through. This will help you reconnect with your heart and your body. Make time to do therapy. You might think therapy is not for you, or maybe you had a bad experience with therapy in the past. Trying to be strong when you cannot do everything on your own only puts you at a disservice. You need to be willing to admit you need help and always be willing to give other people a portion of the work instead of overdoing yourself. If you really want to uncover your full potential and make sure you have people by your side, you might want to consider getting your heart and mind back on track. Only when you are in sync with yourself can you begin to commit to discovering your potential. Many people also find that they get to know themselves better during therapy. Talking to a therapist might show you your strengths and weaknesses and help you better understand where your potential is coming from. It will also help you find balance in your day-to-day life. Remember that going to therapy isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength that you're willing to ask for help. Connect to yourself through creativity. If you aren't making time for the things you love, you won't be able to realize your potential. Your creativity can come from anything including poems, painting, or art. If you're not artistic, there are still many other ways you can connect to your creativity. Creativity can mean sports, filmmaking, reading, or making anything that shows you your potential. When you do the things you love and make a creative effort, you show yourself that your dreams and passions matter. It also allows you to express yourself better. If you're comfortable, you can also share your creativity with other people. This will show others what you're doing to unlock your potential, and they can encourage you and help you unlock even more potential. Try meditating. The point of meditating is to focus on your breath and let the world fade away from you. Relaxing your mind and body can help you become more in charge of your health and potential. Meditating will also allow you to stay within the present moment. Tuning yourself into the environment around you will allow you to unlock more and more of the potential around you. Being secure in your own presence will allow you to connect to the inner power you have in your own body and mind. This will allow you to be more confident and teach you to focus on what's most important. Meditating will also allow you to be more harmonious and find balance within yourself. This allows you to stay grounded in your potential and be aware of the imbalance you might have in your life. Working on these imbalances during meditation will help your mind have time to uncover the true gifts you have to help you unlock the potential within you. Define your goals. Defining goals is part of uncovering your potential process. This starts by identifying your inner voice. What does your inner voice tell you to be or do? Maybe it's suggesting you change career paths or try new hobbies. If you are stuck in a dead-end job or don't have any hobbies where you can express yourself, these could stifle you from unlocking your potential. Defining your goals can ensure you are on the right track to manifesting your desires. Try not to make the goals about money or moving up into society. Instead, choose goals that make you want to be a better person. Make conscious efforts. Once you have your goals and are ready to start bringing your potential into the world, you need to make conscious efforts. This includes doing many of the steps listed above, such as making a vision board, staying healthy, and considering starting therapy. Unlocking your personal potential will not come overnight, and it won't just begin without any work. You need to work hard to unlock your true potential. You have to work to find the answers. Experimenting with your life and your career choices can be done in this phase. Remember that small steps are sometimes the best steps. If you aren't sure about the decisions you're making, you might want to consider not taking too many steps. Slow and steady movements will ensure you reach your final destination with ease. Set up milestones. Along with defining goals, you should have milestones. This will help you track your progress. If you only have the end goal, you might get discouraged when it's taking you longer than expected to reach it. Having milestones will show you that you are, in fact, making progress even though you haven't reached the finish line yet. Reaching your goals step by step is key. Use the law of attraction to make your desires a reality. The law of attraction is gaining traction without various communities because of all the people that have found confidence and practicality in its principles. It simply states that like attracts like. This means if you are putting good vibes and confidence into the atmosphere, your environment will give it back to you. By putting forth good energy, you will also receive good energy back. The same goes for if you begin to think negatively. Thinking negatively will only bring about negative thoughts. If you are constantly putting yourself and others down, you will feel the same negative energy from others. Manifesting with the law of attraction. Manifesting is a common part of the law of attraction. You can manifest your desires by putting them forth into the world and imagining yourself having them. Manifesting comes with many techniques that you need to memorize and try so that you can try to manifest your desires much quicker. Remember that manifesting is an attraction technique that you will need to take the time to make a habit out of. The first and easiest way to manifest your desires is to use sensory visualization. You will need to have a vivid imagination for this to work, so make sure to use all your senses. Imagine yourself the way you want to be using all the 5 senses. Having all your senses on board will ensure you get a clear picture of all the things you desire. Vision boards are also another fantastic way to envision your future and the way you want your potential to look and be. Vision boards are also part of dream boarding. You can print off pictures from the internet or you can draw and paint pictures yourself. You can also use inspirational quotes as well pictures. This will ensure you get a good mix of visual cues and reading cues. Make sure you put the vision board in a place you will see often and every day. Seeing it right when you wake up will also ensure you start your day on the right track. Many psychologists have evidence that vision boards work. They say it helps you eliminate problems that might be in the way of you envisioning your dreams. Looking at the vision board every day will also ensure you are being reminded of your goals and you are more easily manifesting them into reality. Eliminating self-limited beliefs is also important. You need to rely on your own self-perseverance. Your own self-perseverance is all that matters when it comes to conquering your habits and realizing your full potential. You should try to do conscious belief assessments. Is there anything you think about yourself and the life that you've created that could be negatively impacting you? Make sure to get rid of those thoughts immediately. Don't let any thoughts undermine your ability to form your new full potential. You also need to be supportive of your thoughts. This means always thinking clean thoughts about yourself and not letting negative energy into your space and mind. Gratitude journaling is also another main way that people manifest their desires. Part of manifesting new things is to make sure you are thankful for everything you already have. Gratitude journaling can ensure you remember all the things that are most important to you. You can choose to write in the journal every day or you can spend a few hours a week writing down everything you are thankful for. This will put good vibrational energy into the world, and will it make it more likely that you receive good energy back. Multi-perspective visualization is when you get an outsider's point of view. This goes back to sharing your dreams and thoughts with other people. Having another vantage point will ensure you get where you want to go faster. People that are on the outside of the situation will be able to offer up views and help that you might not be able to see on your own. Having another set of eyes will help you make more informed and detached observations. This will allow you to better problem solve the issues at hand. Don't ever forget to use your own perspective as well though. Both perspectives are important. Your own perspective will invoke more emotion, which is also important when it comes to unlocking your full potential. Another important tip to follow is manifestation affirmations. Affirmations are meant to be positive statements used to help eradicate negative tendencies that you might be prone to. You always need to reinforce your own empowerment and make sure you have all the things you need to achieve your dreams. This means you need to make constant positive thoughts about yourself, including "I am worthy of receiving the things I desire and I will continue to work wholeheartedly towards the goals that I want to manifest." Focus wheels are also important. Making a focus wheel is extremely easy, which makes it one of the top tools used for manifesting. You can simply draw a small circle on the paper and write down all the goals and dreams you wish to achieve. You can also do it on a whiteboard if you prefer for it to be a larger size. The last thing you can do is to begin to act like you already have the desire. Acting like you already have it in your grasp will ensure you manifest it quicker. Following all of these manifesting techniques will ensure you get everything you want. Habits begin with one small step. Every journey and every step starts with one step. People often think that change has to be huge and monumental. Some people also think that habits and change need to start with a large and life-changing step. While this could be true, it usually doesn't work like that for everyone. Don't be ashamed of the small steps and don't think they aren't as important. Start with small steps and work towards the bigger ones. Many small steps can also equal larger steps. Your life can change permanently with small steps just as they can with large steps. Remember that small steps are also easier to make habits with. For example, if you want to start eating healthy, you should take the steps slowly. Incorporate more fruits and vegetables while still eating some of the foods you normally eat. If you throw away all the diet staples you're used to and try to only eat healthily, you might find that this diet and habit unsustainable. The same goes for reading, journaling, or making new life routines. You might still find some comfort in your old routines and habits, and that's okay. You can still incorporate new habits into your old routine instead of overhauling everything you're used to. Just make sure you have strategies for moving forward and you are consistently moving forward with these strategies. Make sure to always reward yourself when it comes to making and forming new habits. Rewarding yourself might seem silly at the beginning, but you are your biggest supporter during this time of change. The rewards can be small or large, just always make sure you are giving yourself space and time to accept the rewards. Giving yourself rewards will also ensure you make an immediate practice of the habit because you will look forward to the rewards. Try to make new habits easy instead of overwhelming yourself with huge changes. For example, if you want to spend more time exercising, you might want to consider spending time exercising at home for only 20 minutes a day before hitting up the gym for hours at a time. If you go too far and too quickly, you will find yourself overworked and not ready to take on the challenge. Don't underestimate how much a small habit can make a difference. The best way to form new habits is to think about the habits you need to uncover your potential. What habits do you need to start your new career? What habits do you need to form to get you where you need to go? Experts have come up with 4 questions to ask yourself when forming new habits. These questions can help you learn to form new habits with small steps. How can I make it easy? How can you make your new habit easy to follow? If you make it too hard or out of reach, you will see that the habit will quickly drop out of your mind, and you won't feel encouraged to keep it. How can I make it attractive? How can you make the habit attractive to follow? If you enjoy doing it, you will be more likely to follow it. Of course, not all new habits can be exciting. Try to make new habits attractive in at least one area though. How can I make it obvious? The habit needs to be obvious and memorable so that you follow it. For example, if you want to start taking supplements every day, put them in an easy-to-see spot near water where you will remember to take them as you are drinking. How can I make it satisfying? Think of ways you can make the new habit satisfying and rewarding. This will encourage you to follow it and make it even more of a practice than before. These 4 rules will not make every new habit immediately, but they will help you to stay on track to your goals faster. It will also help you do what you say you're going to do. By moving step by step, you will keep yourself encouraged and ready to take on every new day. Once you have the new habit, you can start increasing it in small ways. Start small and build on small as well. As you build the habits up, try breaking them into small sections to make them easier to remember. Keeping the habits a reasonable size will ensure you are building the right amount of momentum. For example, if you want to work out 40 minutes a day but don't think you'll feel up to it, you can work out twice in 20-minute sections. You can also break the exercises up into reps so that it goes by quicker and easier. Don't be hard on yourself if you slip up. If you lose control, you are fully capable of putting yourself back on track. Just make sure you put yourself back on your feet as soon as possible. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to get back on track. Remember that making a plan for failure doesn't mean you are anticipating and expecting failure. It just means that you are prepared for it, and there is nothing wrong with ensuring you are prepared and ready. Make a list of situations or emergencies that could potentially pull you off track. Knowing the situations that could distract you will help you better prepare for the future. Remember that it's more important to be patient and consistent than it is perfect. Don't strive for perfectionism because you will never get there. Just stay consistent in your habits. Make sure you are sticking to your pace and plan. As long as you are sticking to a pace for making new habits that you can handle, you shouldn't have any problem staying on track with your habits, the small ones and the big ones. Let go and prosper. If you want to prosper and move forward with unlocking your potential, you need to let go of the past. Harboring bad feelings from the past will only keep you trapped in bad habits and even worse thoughts. In order to move forward and manifest your desires, you need to let go of everything in your past that has negatively impacted you. This could be past relationships, past jobs, or past trauma. Sit down and think about what things you are holding on to from the past that keep you from moving forward. They might be hard to confront, but you need to face them head on so you can let go. If there is anyone you need to talk to who help you let go, consider having those hard situations to make it better for your future and the future of the other person. You will be surprised how much better you feel and how much quicker you prosper with your goals and potential. This also means you need to let go of all the toxic things going on in your life. Some common things that can be toxic that you need to let go of so you can prosper include old habits. Many old habits might be holding you back, some that might not even be in the front of your brain. Some examples of old habits that could be holding you back might include smoking. Reality. You might not know how much something is holding you back until you get past it and move on. You can begin to try new things and see how the new habits make a positive impact on your life. You will soon be noticing yourself getting rid of the toxic things in your life and you will be finding new things that you love. Relationships. I think everyone knows how toxic relationships can be. It can be hard breaking it off with someone who might be toxic though, because there might have been a time when you really loved them and you could have some very good memories with them. Deciding that a relationship is toxic and moving on is one of the toughest things in life. However, it must be done if you want to uncover your full potential. Allow yourself some of the hard conversations even though it could be difficult to get the words out. Make sure you have closure with the other person, or you might not be able to fully move on. Simply blocking them or refusing to respond to them might be the trick. If the relationship is abusive or they gaslight you, it could be a better idea not to sit down and talk to them. However, blocking them and refusing to contact them doesn't work for everyone. Some people cannot truly move on unless they sit with the other person and have a deep conversation about how they need to move on. If the relationship is abusive, consider bringing someone with you to talk to the other person who can make you feel safer. Gaining more wisdom and understanding. If you want to let go, you will need to remove yourself from the negative and life-draining people in your life. Think of all the people in your life and try to think of the ones that make positive contributions and the ones that are affecting you negatively. You can also choose to spend more time with people that are seeking to uncover their potential and trying to gain wisdom just like you are. This will encourage you to stay on track and it will also help you receive the advice you might need. Overall, remember that trying to hold on to habits and bad relationships can cause you unnecessary suffering. While you're suffering, you won't be able to unlock your true potential. You will be stuck in one place until you acknowledge the things that are holding you back. Use metrics to optimize you. Even though you might not be a fan of measuring and tracking yourself with numbers, metrics are a part of optimizing yourself. Measuring progress can take the form of many different things and ways. If you're good with computers, you can track your progress with spreadsheets or other software that you might be good at using. If you don't love measurement or using computer tools, you can simply track your progress with a notebook or journal. You also want to make sure you aren't aimlessly working too hard without any real progress. Just because you are working hard doesn't mean you are making the optimal amount of progress. Measuring can show you ways that you can cut back on work and make more progress. Don't get the process wrong though, you always have to work hard when it comes to unlocking your potential. Measuring can ensure you are making the most amount of progress possible though. The easiest way to do is this: to make thorough checklists and task management systems. This allows you to mark off and check things as you complete them. You also need to think about the quality of the tasks. For example, if you see that you are accomplishing many tasks in one day, but you aren't seeing too much progress, you might need to rethink the quality of those tasks. Maybe you're accomplishing a lot of tasks, but those tasks are not really doing a lot when it comes to your end game plan. Monitor daily progress. You also need to monitor your progress daily. Weekly and monthly progress tracking are not enough. Goal tracking can be weekly though. You can take a weekly goal and break it up into daily tasks. This allows for weekly and daily progress tracking. Breaking down the task into smaller tasks will allow the feeling like you are getting more done. If you have a large task or large goal, you might find yourself waiting weeks and months to get it done. This can easily be discouraging, especially if you have a personality type that likes to see things being deleted or checked off a list. Breaking goals into small tasks gives you the power to check off or cross off items on your to-do list every single day. If nothing else, this makes you feel accomplished and gives you the push and drive to keep going. Upgrade your goals. As you move along the journey of unlocking your full potential, you might find that you set some goals too low. This is a great discovery, and you can begin to change your goals as you see this happening. As you keep making personal progress, you can update and upgrade your goals. With progress, you will find that some of your goals become too easy. While it's great to accomplish easy goals, you want to ensure you are also continuously challenging yourself. Upgrading the goal doesn't always mean changing it completely. If you are doing a weight loss journey as part of uncovering your potential, you might find that you are getting through the planned workouts and diet plan much easier than anticipated. This means you can add more workouts or maybe change the ones you have currently to make them harder. As you can see, you're not changing the overall goal, you're just making it more in line with your current accomplishments. Realizing you can upgrade your goals is a great feeling and will give you an extra push to possibly uncover your potential sooner than you expected. Plan everything ahead. With any real accomplishment, you have to plan ahead. You won't get to where you want to go without a plan. Without a plan, you might even find yourself wandering around aimlessly and not sure how to get to the next step. With a concrete plan laid out before you get started, you'll be more likely to find yourself making progress. Consider using an app. Even if you aren't tech-savvy, there are many optimization apps and progress tracking apps that are easy to use. Having it right on your phone will also encourage you to actually use it because of its convenience. If you prefer the paper and pen approach, do whatever makes you feel comfortable. However, many people find that apps encourage them to dedicate more time to metrics and goal tracking. Some apps can also show your entire project, your habits, your averages, and your target. The app or method you use doesn't have to be expensive or complicated, it just has to work for you and the process you are following to unlock your potential. Remember that no matter what kind of metrics you choose to optimize yourself, don't spend too much time planning. Some people never actually get to their real goals and progress because they spend too much time planning. Spending too much time planning might mean you are scared to actually start the process. Try to get past this step. You also don't have to plan from start to finish, you just need to have the beginning to get you started. Pitfalls are a part of the process. Check out the link in the summary column for the second half. Every person always has the power to change their lives. Today is the youngest day. Let's act with knowledge and grow for the sake of our future self. If you are a gentleman or a lady who says it was good, please give me a high rating and subscribe to the channel. Then again,